So, I was on Facebook and I was dropping some knowledge, you know what I mean? And I was talking about how all of this is relevant. I'm looking on the news how they talking about, they're trying to say, oh, now look, these protesters on here, they're doing it peaceful and they're doing this. And these looters and stuff of that nature is a problem. Listen, I was telling people like, nah, all this stuff matters, you know what I'm saying? The young boys and the young girls that's in the hood, that's gripping up them iPhones and going through Target and going through all these places, they're not thinking like you. We're older, we're thinking like, whoa, we got much to lose. I'm not going out there and doing that. But these young people are fed up like when we was fed up back in the day. It's been going on. Somebody said, oh, this been going on. Of course I know it's been going on, but when the same results keep happening, no. We're going to handle this. So you got people that's older that's thinking, okay, we got to vote, we got to do this. There's no one solution. And this is what I'm trying to make people understand. So just as important as it to do a peaceful protest, the looting is going to matter too. Let me tell you why. Because look what's happening. Y'all notice this stuff I'm already telling you. You already know. The economic power is being messed with. You understand? You're going up in these stores. It don't matter if you in your neighborhood. You're not thinking, these young kids, young boys, young girls ain't thinking, oh, wait a minute, let me go to Ardmore. Let me go to the store in Ardmore, the iPhone in Ardmore. Let me go to the salon there and break in. Let me go to the drugstore there and break in. They're not thinking that. They're not there. They're in this area. But these stores are still white structures that's there. They know when they came in these stores before, they don't like them in there anyway. That's why they hire us to go in and work and to get somebody that looks like you to distract them from taking anything, because they figure, hey, if you got your homies working in here, you're not, most likely you're going to not steal nothing. This is how the owners think. All the foreign ones that come in, just buy what you need and get out. That's their mentality. Get what you need and get out. We don't want you in here. Get out of here. But yet you want our dollar. You want us to get them LeBrons. You want us to get our fingernails done. You want us to buy that iPhone. That's why they close. That's why they near. You're coming up in our area. You're taking the houses. The other white kids that go to the University of Pennsylvania, the Drexel School, they acting like you don't even exist. They walk right by you every single day and don't even care. You know what I mean? So this is the mentality that they have. That's not just... These kids ain't stupid. They might be doing reckless things for the revolution, but they're just making a spontaneity decision right then and there. It's going, you know what? I'm taking them LeBrons. I'm taking that iPhone. I'm taking that food up in the drugstore. I'm taking them drugs. They might be saying, I'm taking them drugs for my auntie because she got diabetes and I need this. Or they might be thinking for themselves. Or they might want to hustle it. Whatever the revolutionary thing that went off in their head, it went off in their head. You can't deny them. You can't say, oh man, y'all ain't right. What? No. Y'all killed Floyd. No, we ain't going for it. We watch you kill him. That dude look like me. I know the boy. I got boys that look like him, act like him. That's my age. You know what I'm saying? So, it's no rationale right now. We ain't dealing with that. But what I'm saying is that revolutionary act to hop on a horse, yeah, yo, I got a horse. To grip in a police car, yo, check me out, I'm wildin'. The bull got the hat on. That is genius in its own right. It is magnificent. I'm cracking up like, yo, these young boys wildin'. These young girls out here, they wildin'. It's like, that's what y'all get. You keep playing with us, yeah, we gonna take your stuff. We gonna snatch that. It's levels to this thing, you know what I mean? Like we build. But listen, you got cats that's going to do a spontaneity revolution. You got cats that's going to plan it out. You got the older people that's going to say, no, we vote like King said. That works. All of it, I'm telling you, is gumbo effect, baby. I call it the gumbo revolutionary. You need it all to get things changing. You dig? That's what I'm saying. So, look, this is a book called Up South. Up South is about the civil rights in Philadelphia. Look at that. You see that? I'm going to keep it on there for a minute. You see that? You see that? Hold up. We still on. Now let me show you a picture. This picture, hold on, let me get my glasses so I can see what I'm saying. Teenagers around a police car during the 1964 riot, Urban Archives, Temple University Library, alright? Riot. On the evening of October 29, 1963, just days before the mayoral election, a small crowd of black residents began throwing bricks at police and looting stores along North Philadelphia's Susquehanna Avenue retail district. Hours earlier, a police officer had shot and killed a 24-year-old man named Willie Filial on that stretch of Susquehanna, allegedly for stealing a watch from a local drugstore. According to the police, Filial had lunged at the officer in question with a knife. As a result, the department would later rule that the shooting was justified. Witnesses to the shooting, however, saw something quite different. They saw Filial, who couldn't run because of a previous leg injury, attempting to hobble away from the officer, ignoring his order to stop. Another man then stepped between Filial and the officer and raised his hand as the officer shot at the fleeing suspect. The bullet passed through the bystander's hand before it killed Filial. The crowd, the shooting, was a prime example of the unnecessary violence that the police carried out with impunity on North Philadelphia ghetto streets. While swift police action and the urgency of neighborhoods clergy quickly dispensed the crowd and prevented the violence from spreading. Filial's death portended the ways in which issues of police brutality and economic undevelopment in northern cities would dispute the vision of racial progress and harmony that had been so successfully propagated by the mainstream civil rights movement during the early years of the 1960s. Less than a month later, President Kennedy was dead, along with much of the nation's self-confident and liberal faith in the inevitability of social progress. In Philadelphia, the threat of racial rioting came to fruition on Friday, August 28, 1964, almost a year to the day since the March on Washington. For 3 days, crowds of black Philadelphians attacked the police and looted white-owned businesses throughout North Philadelphia. The riot raised serious questions about the ability of either the protests or liberal wings of Philadelphia's civil rights movement to effectively address the problem of black poverty in the city. Like the more famous urban riots that would occur later in the decade, the North Philadelphia riot served as a metaphor for the lack of connection that many of the city's black poor felt to both the national and local leadership of the civil rights movement. Moreover, the events of August 28, 29th, and 30th of 1964 destroyed the myth of racial progress that had been so carefully crafted by Philadelphia's Liberal Reform Coalition. For 2 decades, the Liberal Civil Rights Coalition had worked for non-racial solutions to the problem of racial discrimination in the city, right? The anti-discrimination laws, intergroup relations workshops, and the treatment for the city's residents, regardless of race, in the spontaneity, violence, and lack of specified goals. The North Philadelphia riot was the exact antithesis of the city's liberal civil rights tradition. It was, however, the explicitly racial nature of the riot that was its most significant challenge to liberalism. By venting their anger on white police officers and white-owned businesses, and by spurring black-owned businesses, the rioters articulate a demand not for equal treatment, but for the exclusion of white wealth and power from the neighborhoods. You understand what I'm saying? 1964. Don't tell me my man said we won't unite. Oh, we unite. And it's the same mentality. They are attacking businesses don't belong there anyway, so they could care less. You understand? So this sprawled all that togetherness that everybody did trying to, anti-discrimination and all that. If you don't show it on TV, if you ain't showing it on the radio, if you ain't showing our styles, you ain't showing our culture, you ain't telling kids where they come from the first grade to the 12th grade, if you ain't putting it in schools, if you ain't showing their music, if you ain't showing their images, how they get down, if you ain't showing none of that on TV, it's bound to happen again. If you ain't allowing these people to come in and have their own stores and get them power structures and allow them to get money and loans and get all this money and do it in their own hood, get all their stuff, how they pave their own streets. Even back in the day, cats would go in and build their own towns. Y'all don't do the history, you dig? So don't tell me that all this ain't relevant. Get this book right here, Up South, you know what I mean? And I ain't need this book to tell me that, but I'm just saying. You dig? Hot Blast always gonna drop it on you. You dig? Hot Blast, you know what I mean? Listen, we gonna get it. We gonna get it, you know what I mean? So all this protesting matters. All of it.